I used to secretly judge the 350-pound woman at my gym until the day I saw her medical chart and realized what she was actually fighting for. As a physical therapist at Elabak Trade Center, I've seen everybody type imaginable walk through our doors. But I'll admit Perrin, I had assumptions about Melissa the first time I saw her. At roughly 350 pounds, she stood out dramatically in our 6 a.m. Wet Eat class. While everyone else wore coordinated athleisure and moved with practiced confidence, Melissa arrived in oversized t-shirts and basketball shorts, her face flushed red within minutes. I never said anything unkind, of course, I am a professional. The kind that make me ashamed now. She's not going to last a week. She should start with something easier. This is probably court-ordered or doctor-mandated. For 3 months, Melissa showed up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 a.m. Never missed a class. Moriaz took the modifications I offered, but pushed until sweat drenched her clothes. Never complained, even when I could see the pain in her eyes during burpee sequences or mountain climbers. Then one morning she didn't show up, probably gave up, whispered one of the regulars, a woman who'd never once acknowledged Melissa's existence. I felt an unexpected surge of disappointment. I'd grown to respect Melissa's consistency, even if I still harbored assumptions about her journey. 2 days later, Melissa appeared in my appointment book. She'd scheduled a one-on-one physical therapy consultation. When I pulled up her intake form, my entire perspective shattered. Melissa wasn't just trying to lose weight. She was in recovery from a car accident that had killed her husband and 6-year-old daughter 3 years ago. The same accident had left her with a shattered pelvis, traumatic brain injury, and nerve damage throughout her right side. Before the accident, she'd been a marathon runner. The medications for her injuries had caused her to gain over 200 pounds. Every single movement caused her pain. Every jump, every lunge, every squat was agony on her rebuilt hip joints, and yet she showed up 3 times a week, never complained. When she walked in for her appointment, I couldn't maintain my professional distance. Melissa, I saw your medical history. I had no idea what you've been through. She smiled, part not the embarrassed smile of someone being pitied, but the knowing smile of someone used to being underestimated. Nobody does, she said simply. That's why I don't tell people anymore. Ensman sees the fat lady struggling to keep up. Nobody sees that 3 years ago I couldn't walk at all. Nobody sees that my doctor said I'd never walk without assistance again. She gestured to her body. This isn't who I am, but it's the vessel I have right now while I fight to get my life back. I don't need people to know my story to respect my journey. That day changed everything about how I see the people who walk into our gym. The woman you think is too heavy for that class, she might be celebrating being able to move at all. The guy struggling with the lightest weights, he might be rebuilding after chemotherapy. Melissa has lost 67 pounds in the year since that conversation. More importantly, she no longer needs her prescription pain medication, and she can now play with her surviving children without assistance. She'll never get her old body back, her injuries made sure of that, but her determination has never wavered. Last week, she completed her first 5K since the accident. She was last to cross the finish line, and she cried the entire final mile. I know, because I walked beside her, witnessing the triumph that most onlookers probably mistook for struggle. The heaviest person at your gym might be carrying weights you cannot see. Their victory isn't measured on a scale, but in showing up despite a world that's been unkind to both their body and their spirit. If you've ever felt judged at the gym, Pern, or if you've ever been the one judging, share this video. The most impressive transformations are often the ones happening beneath the surface, invisible to everyone except those brave enough to keep showing up.